welcome to this week's special edition of the WT Sports Network as a part of Buffalo Week. I'm Tony Collins.
And I'm Teresa Dunn, representing the Lone Star Conference. Thank you for joining us.
I recently had the chance to catch up with WT head softball coach Kevin Blaskowski. Coach, what are your thoughts about your team and the LSC this year?
Well, year in and year out, I think that the Lone Star Conference is probably one of the top 2 or 3 softball conferences in the country. So I think that this year will be much of the same. I mean, obviously with Angelo State, Midwestern State, coming back off the years they had last year, and we were very fortunate to have the season we had. I think that it's going to be a very competitive season. I like the look of our team, obviously, because we return a number of players off of that team. I think we have solid pitching. Marcy Womack and Shelby Cockrell are going to do a great job for us in the circle. And then offensively, we have the core back off of a team that scored over 400 runs each of the last 2 years. So we're very excited about that. I think that we got off to a good start last weekend, and I believe we'll be one of those teams at the end of the year that will be competing for hopefully not only an LSC title, but also a regional title and a chance to advance to the Division II World Series.
And speaking on that, such a good team coming back for this year, and as the head coach of such a high caliber team, how do you prepare them for that and to meet the expectations of fans and other teams around the conference?
Well, I think one of the things that makes it easy is being part of Buff Nation and the expectation of excellence that we have in all of our athletic programs here at WT. You know, we get a chance to start talking about it early in the fall, and we get to follow the success of our fall sports, and then as we get into our season, the expectation is there to continue that success throughout the spring semester. So that's the first part that I think makes it easy, but the other side of it, we're a team that is very seasoned. You know, we have 5 juniors that have been playing a key part in the program since they came in as freshmen. I think we've had a very solid recruiting class and brought in a couple of very good members to the program, in Alyssa Lemos at shortstop and Samantha Watson, who's playing third base for us right now. So I think the talent level is there, but daily we just have to talk about what the expectation is. We talk about the fact that we've been good in the past, but the difference between being good and great is not that much. It's one key defensive play or one key pitch or a big hit with runners on that can take you to that level of greatness, and that's what we challenge ourselves for every day. And that's my job as the head coach, is to make sure that I challenge those players to be the best they can be at practice and ultimately the best they can be when we take the field on game day.
And speaking on that new field, Lady Buff Yard's looking great. How is that stepping up the level of play and competition for the WT softball program?
Well, I think that the players that are part of the program now obviously get to enjoy being on it. They got to see it during the construction phase, and now they're enjoying it and the feel of it. It's a great atmosphere. It's a great venue for not only the players but the fans. A lot of people ask us a lot of questions about how tough it is to play on turf. It's not that much different playing on the turf than it has been playing on grass and dirt, but it's obviously for each of us on a daily basis, we get to really recognize the commitment that we have here at West Texas A&M to athletics and to excellence, and our facility mirrors that. Now on the recruiting side of it, every time we bring a recruit and their family in, they get to see that commitment also. It's not just something I'm talking about. They see it in the facilities, and I just think it's going to lead to a lot of great things for us on the playing field, but also in the recruiting process.
And what do you look for when you're looking into a recruit?
Well, obviously we need to get out and identify the best players available that can fit into the style of play that we play. Obviously we're looking for players that are offensive, can be multi-dimensional at the plate. We like the player that has the power aspect to her game, but we also like to incorporate speed as much as we can. And then the other side of it is we obviously have to go out and get great pitching. So the key on the recruiting side is to go out and get the best available players we can. And then also, I think it's critical that we get good quality student athletes that can come in and do what we ask them to do in the classroom, and also in their personal lives, and be involved in the community here in Canyon and the Amarillo area. And we ask a lot of our student athletes, but I also believe that the student athletes we recruit are capable of giving that back to us.
with players leaving and new recruits coming in, what does the overall future for WT softball look like?
Well, you know, our goal is to get better with every recruiting class. We always want to make sure that we recognize the talent that we're replacing, but make sure that we go out and find talent that we project could be better. So obviously we feel that the future is very bright. We're excited about the 11 class and the prospects in our 12 classes and beyond. I think the future of the conference with the realignment and restructuring that we're going through is going to set us aside as one of the strongest conferences in the country, which therefore means if we're competitive for a conference championship, we can also be competitive for a national championship, and that's going to be our goal is year in and year out. We want to be that program that can go out and compete for that national championship, and I believe we're on the road to being that type of program.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Coach.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Be sure to check back as Buffalo Week continues with an in-depth look with WT softball player Kim LeCompte. For the Lone Star Conference, I'm Teresa Dunn.
And I'm Tony Collins.